Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Harris hits back after Trump questions her race. Harris' campaign has met with 6 potential VP picks as the selection process nears its end. New York court denies Trump gag order appeal in hush money case. Florida man charged with murder in arson house fire that killed 4 people and 3 dogs. US journalist Evan Gershkovich freed from Russian prison as part of major exchange. 3 men accused of plotting 9/11 reach plea deal. 30-day dozens missing after torrential rain in China. Keir Starmer warns social media forums after Southport misinformation fuels riots. Hezbollah chief says conflict with Israel is a new phase after assassinations. Bangladesh arrests more than 10,000 in crackdown on protests. Simone Biles clinches 6th Olympic gold at all-around final. And Murray career ends in Olympic doubles defeat. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. US Vice President Kamala Harris has strongly responded to former President Donald Trump's comments questioning her racial identity, stating that Americans deserve better. Speaking at a Houston fundraiser, Harris highlighted the choice between 2 contrasting visions for the country, accusing Trump of trying to push the nation backwards. Earlier, Trump had claimed Harris turned black after years of being of Indian heritage. In this moment, we face a choice between 2 very different visions for our nation. One focused on the future, the other focused on the past. And we in this room are fighting for the future, Harris told donors. She criticized Trump's Project 2025, saying it would raise middle-class taxes, cut taxes for billionaires, and end the Department of Education. We are not going back. We remembered those 4 years, and today we got another reminder. This afternoon, Trump spoke at the National Association of Black Journalists, showing the same old divisiveness and disrespect. The American people deserve better, Harris added. She emphasized the need for a truthful leader who values diversity, saying, "Differences don't divide us, they are our strength." Trump made these remarks at a black journalists event in Chicago, questioning Harris' heritage. Vice President Kamala Harris' campaign is nearing its choice for a running mate, having met with 6 contenders: Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, and Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. All are around Harris' age of 59 or younger. Shapiro met with Harris' vetting team on Wednesday and Kelly met with them on Tuesday. Shapiro cancelled fundraisers in the Hamptons, while Kelly missed Senate votes, fueling speculation. Pennsylvania and Arizona are key battleground states. Harris has yet to make her final choice, expected by next Tuesday, when she will appear with her running mate on a tour starting in Philadelphia. The tour includes stops in Wisconsin, Detroit, Raleigh, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Savannah. Earlier, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper withdrew from consideration. Harris is the sole candidate for the Democratic nomination, securing support from 99% of participating delegates. Eric Holder, former Attorney General, is leading the vetting process for Harris. The Democratic National Committee's virtual roll call to nominate Harris began Thursday and ends Monday. A New York appeals court has denied former President Donald Trump's request to dismiss a partial gag order in his criminal case. Trump argued the gag order was unnecessary after his conviction on 34 counts of falsifying business records related to a hush money payment to Stormy Daniels during the 2016 campaign. A five-judge panel supported Judge Juan Merchan's decision to keep the order until sentencing or the case's conclusion. Merchant had relaxed some restrictions in June, allowing Trump to comment on witnesses, but maintained the ban on attacking court staff, prosecutors, and their families. The court noted threats to district attorney staff continued after the trial, justifying the gag order. Trump's lawyers claimed it violated his free speech rights, but the court found the order balanced Trump's rights with the need for fair justice and safety. Trump's campaign spokesperson criticized the order as blatantly un-American. The gag order is likely to stay until Trump's sentencing on September 18. The date was delayed to consider Trump's argument for a new trial based on presidential immunity, with a ruling expected by September 6. Trump has pleaded not guilty. A Florida man, Sean Gossett, 25 years old, has been charged with murder and arson after admitting to starting a fire that killed 4 people and 3 dogs. The fire occurred just after midnight on South County Line Road in Plant City, part of the Tampa Bay area. Firefighters found 4 deceased adults inside the mobile home. Their identities are pending medical examiner results. Gossett, who lived in the home, intentionally set the fire with a big lighter and paper towels, aiming to burn the house down. He faces 4 counts of first-degree murder, 3 counts of aggravated animal cruelty, and 1 count of arson. He is being represented by a public defender. The motive for the fire is still under investigation. Gossett was friends with the family, but the extent of their relationship is unclear. He cooperated with detectives and was found near the property uninjured. Sheriff Chad Cronister called the crime utterly senseless and horrific, praising the swift action of detectives and fire rescue teams. Chief Deputy Joseph Maurer stated that Gossett's mental health status is unknown and further details on his motive are being worked out. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. 4 U.S. residents, including journalist Evan Gershkovich and Marine veteran Paul Whelan, were released from Russian imprisonment Thursday in a major prisoner exchange involving 7 nations. This deal includes 24 people, such as 5 Germans, 7 Russians held in Russia, and 8 Russians jailed in the U.S. Germany, Slovenia, Norway, and Poland. President Joe Biden hailed the exchange as a feat of diplomacy and friendship. He announced the release in a televised address alongside the freed detainees' families, stating their brutal ordeal is over and they are free. Gershkovich, a Wall Street Journal reporter, was jailed in March 2023 for espionage, a charge widely condemned as false. He received a 16-year sentence. Whelan, detained since 2018 on similar charges, was also serving 16 years. The U.S. has denied these accusations. Also released were Elsa Kurmasheva, a journalist with Radio Free Europe or Radio Liberty, and Vladimir Kara-Murza Jr., a dual Russian-British national and U.S. resident sentenced for treason. Biden sang happy birthday to Kurmasheva's daughter during the announcement. Wall Street Journal editor-in-chief Emma Tucker celebrated Gershkovich's release, thanking supporters for their efforts. 3 men accused of plotting the 9/11 attacks have made a pre-trial deal, says the Department of Defense. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Walid Muhammad Salim Mubarak bin Atash, and Mustafa Ahmed Adam al-Hawsawi, held at Guantanamo Bay for years, agreed to plead guilty in exchange for avoiding the death penalty. They are charged with the murder of 2,976 people. The 9/11 attacks led to the War on Terror and the invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq. Brett Eagles, son of 9/11 Justice, representing survivors and victims' families, criticized the plea deals for lacking transparency and called for more investigation into Saudi Arabia's role. Terry Strada, who lost her husband in the attacks, expressed her dismay, calling it a victory for the detainees. The plea deal was announced in a letter to victims' families, stating it could happen as early as next week with sentencing by a military panel in summer 2025. Families might give victim impact statements during sentencing. Prosecutors acknowledged the decision would provoke strong emotions, but believed it was the best path to justice after 12 years of pre-trial litigation. Now it's time for global updates. Torrential rains in China have killed at least 30 people and left dozens missing, state media reported. This comes as China experiences its hottest July since records began 6 decades ago. Heat waves have scorched northern China, while heavy rain has caused floods and landslides in the central and southern regions. Triggered by Typhoon Gaimi, the downpours hit Hunan province hard. Over 11,000 people were evacuated from Jixing city after record rainfall. Roads, power and communication were temporarily cut off but are now mostly restored. Premier Li Qiang visited Jixing to oversee disaster relief and search for the missing. Efforts are also focused on preventing further disasters like mudslides. July's temperature in China was 23.21 degrees Celsius, breaking the 27 record. The heat wave is expected to continue with Shanghai under a red alert and Hangzhou potentially hitting 43 degrees Celsius on Saturday. China, the world's largest greenhouse gas emitter, has pledged to peak carbon emissions by 2030 and reach net zero by 2060. Despite its reliance on coal, China is now a leader in renewable energy, building nearly twice as much wind and solar capacity as the rest of the world combined. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has warned social media companies to enforce laws against online incitement of violence after false information about a fatal stabbing led to violent protests. A 17-year-old boy has been charged with murdering 3 young girls in a knife attack at a dance class in Southport. The tragedy sparked 2 nights of unrest fueled by misinformation on social media. False claims that the suspect was a radical Islamist migrant led to anti-immigrant protests, attacks on police, and vandalism of a mosque. Starmer condemned the violence as criminal disorder driven by far-right hatred and issued a warning to social media platforms. He stated that violent disorder incited online is a crime and that tech companies must enforce the law. Starmer emphasized that while social media provides a valuable platform for discussion, it also carries the responsibility to prevent misuse. The Prime Minister's remarks underscored the need for tech companies to act against harmful content and ensure that their platforms do not facilitate or amplify violence. Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah warned that the group's conflict with Israel has entered a new phase following the recent assassinations of a senior commander and Hamas's political chief. Addressing mourners at Hezbollah's second-in-command Fuad Shukur's funeral in Beirut, Nasrallah vowed revenge against Israel and its ally, the U.S. The killings come after Ismail Haniyeh, Hamas's political chief, was assassinated in Tehran just hours after Shukur's death. Reports suggest that an explosive device was planted weeks prior, and Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei has reportedly ordered retaliation against Israel. Israel has claimed responsibility for the attack on Shukur, accusing him of orchestrating a rocket attack on the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights. The country has not confirmed or denied involvement in Haniyeh's assassination, though it fits its pattern of targeted killings. Israel's goal is to eliminate all Hamas leaders following the group's recent attack that escalated the Gaza war. In response, Hezbollah and Iran's future actions are being closely watched. Meanwhile, the Israel Defense Forces confirmed they had killed Hamas's military commander Mohammad Deif in an airstrike last month. Bangladesh has arrested over 10,000 people and banned a major opposition party amid a crackdown on dissent following weeks of protests. The unrest began with a student movement against government job quotas and escalated into violent clashes. Protesters were attacked by pro-government groups and hit by police using tear gas, rubber bullets and pellets. Human rights groups report that at least 266 people have been killed and more than 7,000 injured. Activists accuse Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's government of targeting student leaders and opposition groups, blaming them for the violence. Since the protest started, authorities have arrested at least 10,372 individuals, including many political opposition leaders. Critics say many of these arrests are arbitrary, with police detaining people without charges, especially students who supported the movement or spoke out on social media. Families of detainees report being denied information about their loved ones' whereabouts. Over 200,000 people have been named in recent police cases. Professor Asif Nazrul of Dhaka University criticized the government's actions as unconstitutional and a violation of international conventions. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,493.23. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 216.78 points or 1.16%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,126.33. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 975.49 points or 2.49%. Shanghai stock close price is 2,932.39. The Shanghai index is decreased by 6.36 points or 0.22%. Hong Kong stock close price is 17,304.96. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 39.64 points or 0.23%. Bombay stock close price is 81,867.55. The Sensex index is increased by 126.21 points or 0.15%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Simone Biles won her 6th Olympic gold medal at the Paris Games on Thursday, proving she is still the top all-around gymnast. This victory comes 3 years after she withdrew from the Tokyo Games final. In a close competition, Biles initially fell to 3rd place after a shaky performance on the uneven bars. However, she bounced back with a strong balance beam routine and knew she just needed to perform well on the floor exercise to secure the gold. She delivered a stunning routine, finishing with a total of 59.131 points, narrowly beating Brazil's Rebecca Andrade by 1.199 points. Andrade took silver for the 2nd time in a row, while Biles' teammate Sunisa Lee overcame a rough start to win bronze with 56.465 points. Biles, who also won team gold earlier in Paris, now has 2 golds at these games and her 2nd all-around Olympic title, having previously won in Rio in 2016. Her return to top form is especially notable after her Tokyo withdrawal, where she prioritized her mental health due to the twisties, a condition affecting spatial awareness in gymnastics. Andy Murray's celebrated tennis career came to a close on Thursday as he and his doubles partner Dan Evans lost 6-2, 6-4 to American duo Taylor Fritz and Tommy Paul in the Olympic quarterfinals at Roland Garros. The 37-year-old Scot, a two-time Wimbledon champion and former world number one, had announced he would retire after the Games. Despite withdrawing from the singles, Murray and Evans made an impressive run in the doubles, winning 2 rounds and saving multiple match points along the way. In their quarterfinal match at Court Suzanne Lenglen, Murray and Evans saved another match point but ultimately fell short against Fritz and Paul. This defeat meant Murray missed out on his chance to win a 4th Olympic medal. Murray won the Olympic singles gold in 2012 and 2016 and also claimed a mixed doubles silver medal in 2012. His career, marked by significant achievements and a distinguished legacy, ended with this match at the Paris Games. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Harris hits back after Trump questions her race. Harris' campaign has met with 6 potential VP picks as the selection process nears its end. New York court denies Trump gag order appeal in hush money case. Florida man charged with murder in arson house fire that killed 4 people and 3 dogs. US journalist Evan Gershkovich freed from Russian prison as part of major exchange. 3 men accused of plotting 9/11 reach plea deal. 30-day dozens missing after torrential rain in China. Keir Starmer warns social media forums after Southport misinformation fuels riots. Hezbollah chief says conflict with Israel is a new phase after assassinations. Bangladesh arrests more than 10,000 in crackdown on protests. Simone Biles clinches 6th Olympic gold at all-around final. And Murray career ends in Olympic doubles defeat. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jagu TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jagu BT Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.